Hi, this is Paul Acevedo of Windows Central, here with a look at the beginning of The Fall for Xbox One and PlayStation 4. This comes from a developer called Over the Moon Studio. It was previously released on Steam in 2014, and now it's made its way to consoles. The game starts out with this nice retro computer-style interface that's going to play into the story at many points. Then we have a dramatic introduction. Something is falling. Someone, that is. The colors are a little too dithered here, but it's still intriguing. Time slows down to show us that the suit's AI system has enabled a shield in order to protect the wearer. That is The Fall. This game is a 2D Metroidvania-style action platformer with a lot of adventure game elements. Now the suit is waking up. Nice atmospheric area here.
Biomonitor inoperable. Pilot unresponsive. Life support functioning. Basic Mark 7 system access.
So it's interesting. You play as this AI instead of the actual person wearing the suit. And that does make a big difference in the actual story.
Accessing on-suit logs. Mission parameters and location data not found.
So the game starts out with a mystery. A lot of your interaction involves pointing your flashlight at things and seeing what you can find out.
Threat level unknown. Weapon rendered inoperable from the impact. Consulting parameters. I will locate.
So the gun's not working, but at least you can point the flashlight part of it around to analyze things. Going forward a little bit here. Hey, there's some fireflies. Stacks of robot parts. Whoa, who is that in the background? There I see a robotic arm. That's going to be important in a moment. Now I've just discovered an item, so I walk over to it and pick it up. The interface for picking up items is a little bit difficult. You have to hold right bumper and then use the left analog stick to select what you want to do. Anyway, now I've gone back and I can use that wrench to pick up this robotic arm. And I can use that to solve a puzzle in a little bit. Going forward again. Why is there a bloody cross here? So I'm reading that I can network with this thing, so I'm going to pick the networking option. Unfortunately,
I require
can't do it yet.
My networking suite. Attempting internal activation.
Now I actually have to press start and go try to activate the networking suite. So here we're interacting with this operating system again. You've got some prime directive type parameters down there. Must not misrepresent reality. Gotta be obedient. Oh, the networking interface will only come on if it is necessary to prevent the pilot from dying.
Subsystem access requires authorization, but I may need these systems to safeguard my pilot. If I can find a way to bypass the lockout, I could override the access protocols
Like
myself.
that glitchy effect back there. Now we're coming forward to the right. You've got an automated security camera. I don't have to worry about that gun right now because it's not powered. So now I come over here. I can't get through this door because of tripping the thing, but I can interact with the little station behind it using that robotic arm I picked up. Let's grab that key card. Now I go back to the left, all the way to the left, and here's an elevator I can use. You don't need the card to use the elevator though. Going up. here I can use the card. Let's see where this takes us.
Artificial life form. State your primary function.
Alright, now I can pick a couple of different options.
I am the ARID on board this Mark 7 combat suit. My intentions are peaceful. What is your
Yeah,
designation?
I'm peaceful.
Mark 7 ARID. State your primary function.
So you have a few different options, but in this particular case,
Reveal your designation and intention.
You are being evaluated.
it's going to lead to the same
State your
results
primary
either way.
function.
So it's evaluating whether or not it wants to kill the AI,
My
which would
primary
kill the
function
pilot
is
too.
to assist and protect the human pilot of this armored combat suit.
Human occupant, please verify and validate the function of this artificial life form.
Impossible. He is unresponsive and likely in critical condition. I must find him medical treatment immediately. Can you be of assistance?
Evaluation failed. You
That
are
was
unable to
cold.
demonstrate valid primary function.
So in this
Initialize
world,
program.
AIs are not treated with very much respect. You might even call that disdain. So now we're in trouble. Pilot death is imminent. Finally, we're gaining access to the networking interface. Let's see what we can do with that. There we go. Push start to check it. Yes. Now it's enabled. So this is kind of like picking up new stuff in a Metroidvania game. You just have to reach the situation for which it is required. Now I can choose to network with that, and whoops, took care of that robot. Looks like I wasn't able to network with that terminal. That's okay. Now I go back down. And I'm going to return to the cross.
Self-evaluation initiated. Pilot exposed to harm while under ARID control. Logging recommendation for ARID diagnostic and reformatting.
See, the
Upon
AI
return
is
to
recommending
Edit log. Ultimately,
its own
pilot was not
reformatting,
harmed and ARID networking suite
even
was
though it did
brought
everything it
online.
was supposed to do.
This system may be instrumental to ensuring survival.
It's very hard on itself. But yeah, now I can network with the suit that's on this cross.
Cease. Please identify yourself and your intentions. My inputs are inoperable.
I am the ARID on board a Mark 7 combat suit. My intentions are peaceful. Does your pilot require assistance?
Nick, the human inside the suit
Poor
is
human.
dead.
Your design is pilot-centric. How did this human die in your care?
I was granted rudimentary control when my pilot's cranium was compromised. I do not know why she was attacked, or why we were hung here. I failed to protect her. No vital signs detected for 23 minutes. She is dead.
You are irrelevant.
Irrelevant,
I will
that's
find
cold.
a way to get you down. Then I will deactivate you and repurpose your power cell.
These
Affirmative.
AI can work
I do not
together,
have
but they're not
record
that
of
nice
this
to each other, are they?
location Or of my pilot's objective. Our deployment was likely for the same operation. Please disclose your human's mission directive.
Interesting that this human has only been dead for 23
Fifth
minutes.
Quadrant Raven Division. Clearance level 7.
So she died just a little bit before we fell down
533172.
here.
Processing. Clearance level. Not sufficient.
I'm just going to work through all the options here.
I encountered a modified droid in some type of evaluation chamber. I am uncertain if its function is hostile or narrowly programmed. Do you know why it interrogated me?
Negative. We were not interrogated.
Have you encountered any organics?
The indigenous flora and fauna are aggressive closer to the surface. The only organic I have encountered here.
So this place gets even more dangerous the higher up you go.
My pilot is injured. Are you aware of on-site medical facilities?
Negative. We were not here long enough to complete our search. There is a large compound above this cavern. It has amenities for humans and machines. So basically,
that's where we're gonna wanna go,
scanners and
obviously.
Equipment would be logical.
A motion sensor prohibits access to the facility above. Do you know how to bypass it?
Use your integrated camouflage.
So we need to use camouflage, but that's one of the abilities
Is
we
your
can't
weapon
use yet
functional
until we
while
get to
it
the
was
right
damaged?
situation.
It was. My pilot's attacker threw it aside while hanging us here. Before my observational system expired, I saw a small animal dragon through a crack in the floor.
It may still be functioning. If there is
Sounds
another
like we
cavern
need that
below us,
gun,
I
and
may
we
be
have to
able
go
retrieve
down
it.
below
The
to get
creature
to
was
it.
drawn to my human's blood.
I will return.
See ya! And hey look, this person is bleeding, so I'm going to use the pan that I found and collect the blood. Yeah, we'll just lure out the animal. The one that stole the gun, that is. I come back here and I turn on the elevator. This one took me a little while to figure out. Then I just let the elevator go on by itself. Of course I can't go back up anymore. Heading over to the right. Just piles and piles of robot parts. So here's where I'm going to lay my trap. The animal lives to the right.
The animal is timid. It will not exit the burrow while I am in proximity.
So we have to go away a little bit so that the animal will come out. Then I come back and the animal is there licking up the blood. And I am just going to have to network with that gun. See what that does. Whoa! Poor little guy. He didn't stand a chance. But now I can get the gun, otherwise he would run away with it. At last we have a gun. Now I can switch between the gun and flashlight at any time. We're going to work our way back up a little bit. We're going to have to fight some enemies with the gun. And there's a lot more puzzling, adventure, and intriguing story left for us in the fall. Thanks for watching. Read our full impressions at windowscentral.com. Follow us on Twitter and Twitch. And remember, don't hate, appreciate.